Welcome to Webinar Wednesday. Today's webinar will focus on the salesperson role, and we will look at how, using the following tools and features of Business Central, we can make your job as a salesperson easier. We will present some tools and features that will allow you as a salesperson to stay more organized and allow you to get data into your accounting system in a more timely fashion. Today's webinar will focus on the four following topics. We will look at how you can work with a tool that you're familiar with, such as Outlook, to create quotes and sales orders and have them show up in Business Central. We also look at how we can create and track sales opportunities with leads and contacts and manage our sales pipeline. The third topic we will cover will be using sales cycles in Business Central to be more process focused in your sales process. And finally, we will cover using Smartlists in Business Central to pull data from different areas of BC. Each one of these topics will have a different subject matter expert presenting. Let's jump in.
The Business Central app for Outlook is called Contact Insights. Contact Profit Business Group to help you set this up. With this app, we can transact in Business Central from Outlook. We can even attach the same documents that we would if we were transacting within Business Central. We can convert quote to orders or orders to invoices using the Contact Insights app, and we can even view customer information. There's even an artificial intelligence component built into the app. Let's jump into a demonstration to take a look. Did you know that you can process Business Central transactions right from Outlook and have those transactions push into Business Central in real time? So if you're receiving emails from customers about quotes, orders, or invoices, you can begin entering those transactions without even logging into Business Central, reducing the redundancy of flipping between screens and reducing errors and omissions you might otherwise encounter. So here I am on my Business Central environment. You can see that I'm logged in as Sven Mortensen. So we're going to be doing a little bit of role playing today, and I'm going to show you what happens when Sven receives an email from one of his frequent customers, Ian DeBerry. Now I'm going to flip over here to our customer list, and I'm going to pull up Alpine Ski House. And I'm just going to show you guys that Ian DeBerry is listed here as the contact, as the email address for this vendor or this customer. Now, that's all we have to do to set up this customer. And let's take a look at all the possibilities that this entails when I receive an email from Ian. Okay, so here we are in my demo environment. If we look at my taskbar over here, we can see that I have Outlook open, and it appears that we've received an email from our customer, Ian DeBerry. So what I can do is I can click on my Contact Insight button over here to open up Business Central with an Outlook. I usually like to pin this to my screen so that this Business Central portion of Outlook here, it stays open no matter which email I go to. And what's great about this app is that it's recognized that Ian DeBerry is a contact of Alpine Ski House, so therefore it pulls up that customer on the system. Now we have any information here that we might need about this customer to make any business decisions, such as the balance or the past due amount for them. We can even drill into any of their ongoing or past documents in the system using these tiles here. So if I wanted to see any of the ongoing sales quotes, I can click on this tile, or even if I wanted to see any previously posted sales invoices, I can click on them, and I can drill to them from here, and we can see them right from Outlook. Okay, so no need to be flipping between screens to get the information you need. Now let's say that we want to proceed here with this quote on 12 black chairs. So what I can do is I can click the new button here, and I can choose sales quote. And it's actually going to just populate the header information for us based on the customer card. And if we needed to, we can change any information in regards to the address or any of the document dates. Now he wants 12 black chairs, so let's choose one of the items in the system that might fit that need. So it looks like we got these Paris guest chairs here, and let's say from previous experience we know that these are the chairs that he orders. So we can choose that item, and we can put in a quantity of 12. And now this quote's ready to go. So all we need to do is click on our More Options button over here and choose Send by Email. And that's going to draft an email to us, to Ian. And what's great, it's going to attach a sales quote, and this is the exact same document that we would have got if we created this quote out of Business Central directly. Now let's assume that Ian's got our quote and he likes everything that he's seen, but instead of emailing us back, he phoned us. And he's saying that he wants to convert that quote to an order, but also wants to add on one conference table to it. So we don't have to go into Business Central to do that. Since we're still in Outlook here, we can do all that right from within our Contact Insights app. So I'm going to use the tile here to navigate to our most recent sales quote in the system. Let's pull it up here. So this is the one we're working with. And if we wanted to add on a conference table, we would just edit it. We can choose an item here. And let's say he wants to order the Antwerp conference table. So let's scroll down to that one here. Here it is. We'll add in a quantity of 1. And to convert that to an order, all we have to do is go to make order here in the system. It's going to ask us if we want to convert this quote to an order. We can say yes. And now we got our order in the system. And we can even send out this order via email, just like before if we wanted to. So we can send this email confirmation, or we can attach it as a PDF. And we're good to go. So as you can see, transacting within Outlook is just as easy as it is within Business Central, making use of the skills and training that we've acquired along the way.
As a salesperson, our primary role or job is to process incoming leads called contacts in Business Central, and then track the potential sale associated with that contact. These are done through something called opportunities. So as you can see on my homepage here, I have it laid out that I can track all that stuff. So I can see contacts, opportunities, sales, and I can also have some charts of sales pipeline opportunities, top open opportunities that exist in the system. So we're going to go to our contacts list, and we're going to select a contact here, Evan. And from here, I can create a new opportunity by going to the actions and selecting create opportunity. So as you can see, it's filled in. After I click create opportunity, it's filled in the contact name, the contact number, the company the contact is associated with. The other thing you'll notice is there's a sales cycle code. So sales cycle is required when creating, and it's basically just a list pipeline or a list of sales processes that you must go through to complete your sale. So as you can see, we're going to give this a title. So we'll call this BC Software Sales. We can also provide the salesperson code that this is assigned to. So I'll select John Roberts. And at this point, we could associate with a campaign and some other things, but at this point, we're basically ready to go to process and activate the first stage of the sales cycle process. So we can do that by going activate first stage. You'll notice that it's created that value. There is no estimated value here at this point. We haven't created a quote or anything. That's just initial opportunity that's been created. So with this selected, I can go to process, and we'll select update on the opportunity, and I can just select update here and provide an estimated value of, let's say, $5,000 on the initial sale, and what's our chances of success. At this point it's maybe 40%. And the next thing we can do is go to process the next stage of our opportunity. So we'll go to update next stage, which is the presentation stage. Everything is still the same. Now I'm at maybe 50% success. Still estimated close date is still the same. Hit OK, and as you can see now I have a new value in my sales cycle here. After we go through, if we go back to our home page, you'll notice that I have, if I look at open opportunities, which I can monitor or manage, I can see that our opportunity that we've just created in here opportunity 006 is in here, it's in progress. So let's say we're basically done this process at this point. I can track different tasks associated with that opportunity if I wanted, and I can also close the specific opportunity. Other thing we can do is create sales quotes from an opportunity. So I have this opportunity selected. I'm going to hit generate sales quote. Populates the customer name in here, and I can start putting line items on here. So for example, if it's quoting a chair here, quantity is, let's say, 5. It's giving me a total amount. At this point, I can print and actually email this document, this quote over to, or can attach as a PDF. So I'm just going to select attach as PDF right now. It's generating the report and it's created an attachment. If I was to open up the attachment, drill into the document, I can actually preview this. And this is what the client would see, customer would see, which is the 5 guest chairs.
Business Central comes with a very useful tool called Sales Cycle. A sales cycle can be added to any opportunity within Business Central. Today we are going to look at a sales cycle and add it to an opportunity within Business Central. When you create your opportunity inside Business Central, one of the fields that you can fill in is your sales cycle code. Your sales cycle code will assign sales stages, and inside those sales stages, you can have specific tasks. Here in Sales Cycle Setup, we can see the different sales cycles that are available. You can easily add a new one, or when you're highlighting the one that you want, you can click on Stages and see all the stages that are within that sales cycle. Inside each stage are activities. The activities, just like the stages, can be modified, added to. Here we can see that the qualification stage has tasks of estimate your customer needs, send a letter of introduction, follow up on the letter, and verify or change the customer's needs as a result of the introduction. Within the opportunity, I can then see the sales stage cycles, and I can currently see that this opportunity is at the contract stage. If I come up to the related opportunity tasks, I can see the tasks that are assigned to this opportunity. This opportunity is assigned to salesperson AH, which is Annette Hill. So I'm going to switch over to my salesperson view, and I'm going to select Annette, and I can come into related salesperson and tasks, and I can see all of those tasks that are assigned to Annette from all opportunities that she's working on. So the customer has decided to go ahead with this project. They're ready to sign the contract. So we're going to go ahead and manage that task. And we have our signing meeting, and now the contract is ready to be put into effect. I've assigned the team code canvas, and I'm marking this as completed by Annette, so Business Central asked me to close the task. And we've talked to Hans, and we've talked to Greg. We had a business letter with him. So our contract is now marked as completed. I'm going to update this as my chances of success are now 100% as the contract is being signed. The sales cycle stage has automatically added sales stage 4 as complete and finalized the opportunity. By using the sales cycle stages and the tasks within those stages, we can ensure that all salespeople follow the same process within their opportunity development.
Smartlists have been included in one of the most recent updates to Business Central. Previously, we have found Smartlists in Microsoft Dynamics GP. If you aren't familiar with Smartlists, they're a way for you to query your data. I anticipate Microsoft to build on the functionality that is currently available in Business Central. However, there are currently only 16 Smartlists available throughout the system. They are in the chart of accounts and on the vendor, customers, and items list pages. Let's jump into Business Central to take a look. To access Smartlists in Business Central, we will have to search for the list pages that they appear on, rather than navigate to them directly. So for example, if I go to the chart of accounts here from one of my favorites, we can see on the top ribbon I do not have an option for Smartlists. However, if I do search for the chart of accounts page and pull it up this way, I do now have the Smartlist functionality available to me. So let's take a look at the functionality of these smart lists. I'm going to click on this account summary smart list here on the chart of accounts. And this is going to pull up a custom report for me here in the system. I can do anything that I would normally do with the report in the system, such as filter it. So if I wanted to see only income statement accounts, I can do that here. And if I click on one of the column headers, I can sort. I can even export this to Excel to view the data that way. So let's explore some other smart lists in the system. I'm going to search for my customer list. And we can see I have a smart list here available for customers with credit limits. If I search for my vendor list, I can run a smart list for vendor balances. The benefits of smart lists is that they allow you to query data from multiple tables and allow you to create lists of data that you might not otherwise find in Business Central. Creating these lists goes beyond the scope of this webinar, but it is possible. So contact Profit Business Group if you would like to explore the possibility of creating any of these custom smart lists.